opinion. The lack of it, that is. Also, not having his C4 be even remotely useful, that's a crucial thing for FaZe to be able to freely move around upstairs without the worry of being blown up from below.
What is up, my coconut bras, and welcome back. And yes, before anybody says anything, I am currently working on the Pro League tip video for the amazing finals. I'm actually planning on going back and re-watching the entire game. I already did my first run through, but I'm gonna go back and make sure I'm very thorough on it, so be on the lookout for this. In this match, we're going to be doing the one from day 2, ENCE versus FaZe, and we're going to be starting off with some simple mind games that you guys can start doing that are going to increase your odds of survival, whether you're peeking late in the game or early for spawn peaks. Now, what we saw in the match was he was running around and mailing out one side of the window from either side, and this creates 4 spots that the attacker is going to have to check. And so when you go for your peek, the odds that he's checking one of the extra spots is going to go up, and your odds of survival also go up.
So, caught out of guard there.
While Cancel playing in a position where he can actually see over the door barricade.
Yeah, if you vault off of the railing inside of the main lobby onto that freezer, or just the gigantic metal thing in the main lobby, and you stand on top of that, there's a little line, a little slit, where you can even get really easy kill as an attacker approaches that front door. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's really easy. In this case, it would have actually worked for Cancel, but he didn't do that. So Astro gonna get the second.
Alright, you guys, so for our second spot, Kix was talking about how you can land on top of this little silver wine cooler thing, and unless I'm mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is what he was talking about. Now, I was really confused at first because I thought it was as simple as just vaulting over the railing and then you could land on top of it. But I for the life of me, I really couldn't figure it out. I even went to 3-speed mock Ash, as you guys can see, because I thought maybe there's just something up with the operators and maybe I was just doing something wrong. But I really couldn't figure out a way to vault over and land on it. But what I did figure out that does work is you can actually line your crosshairs up with the little support beam of the railing and vault and land on top of it. And yes, from here you can get a really cheeky spawn peek that's similar to the railing on the right. You can see from this angle, I can see pretty much all the way down onto these rocks that people like to vault onto. And as soon as I figured that out, I may have taken a break from the video and gone into matchmaking and tried to do this. Don't want to give anything away, but you could say that we may be doing another spawn peek video very soon. But it's a very cheeky angle. Anyways, let's get back into the pro tips. So once you get on top of this little wine cooler right here, you can actually see an angle in between the barricade and the wall frame right here in the door. And from here, you can see anybody that is approaching the doorway. You can see my bullets absolutely lit up the floor from the outside. And it got me started to thinking, every time I approach this door, that line of sight doesn't even cross my mind. Somebody could literally be standing 2 feet away from the door and look down and see me approaching the doorway, and I would have no idea. I'm trying to figure out if you can get a line of sight from that balcony and look all the way down, but gonna be saving that for a later time. Let me know what you guys think of this spot. I think that there's a lot of good possibilities with this one.
Same. Can they play FaZe's game though? That's the question.
Well, the problem is when you're known for being this good at Chalet, what do you do? Where do you go to? What do you look at when you're down 3?
Alright, so on this next one, we're going to be taking a look at a quick pixel peek that you can do using the bomb in Snowmobile Garage. Now, for the veteran players, you guys most likely know about this one already, but if you look on the left-hand side of this tree, you can actually get a line of sight and see towards the boat that's going to be inside of the garage. Now, sometimes there'll be like a smoke player or somebody else also holding the angle, so it's pretty much whoever gets into the position first, and then whoever the second player is that moves into their line of sight is going to get taken out. So goes both ways, but this is a good one to keep in mind if you want to play a little bit more passive and anchor with like a Doc, Echo, Rook, for example, or even Smoke. It's a good position for him. And then if they start pushing, you can always drop your smoke nades.
Plenty of defenders positioned over by Armory. You've got Moringa with this reinforced. I like this setup here. He can hold below as well as the hallway because of this. And
it's worth mentioning as well that
the Dokabi, which is an odd choice here on this map. Astro's going to eliminate Boonsy, so already in this round looking pretty bad for ENCE as Moringa gets his second one onto Kanto. Mav, Panari, and the last one is going to be Wilkie as Uno gets taken down.
Alright, now we got a really sick roamer setup, and this is going to come in handy, and I really wanted to cover this one, especially with the onslaught of roamers that seems to be taking place with this next DLC. You're going to get absolutely hunted down, and this roam setup is going to come in handy, especially for that and now in the current meta. So from right here, you guys saw that the attackers didn't even have a chance to put a push onto the objective, and that's partially because the LO was playing such a strong roam game. Now, a really strong position for the attackers, and most of the time they're going to want to set this up, is just coming to the top of these stairs and getting a line of sight down the objective staircase. Now, lucky for us, this is the core of where our roam setup is going to be, and these strategic reinforced walls are going to help ensure that we can safely rotate out without getting wall banged. You can see that this reinforced wall is straight in front of the doorway, so it's as simple as the roamer to just rotate straight out of the doorway or the rotation hole on the right hand side of the second reinforced wall after doing a quick peek, and they'll be able to get all the way back down into the objective if need be.
It's things that when you're in hindsight and you're watching from above, you can see that was a bad choice. It's very, very difficult to find that on FaZe.
Okay, so right here, I was under the impression that the Valkyrie player was holding an angle or checking an angle that went all the way from the staircase out of the small windows and out onto the rooftop, but that actually wasn't the case. He was just checking to see if anybody was pushing him over. But you actually can get a really crazy line of sight if you destroy the wall a little bit closer to the bottom left. You guys can see that these shots come all the way out through the small windows and anybody that's over here by this wall or rappelling up. Now, I was really hoping that the shots would go all the way to the rooftop because that would be an insane angle. But even if so, a lot of people still come up to these small little sideways windows and double check to see if anybody's upstairs. So if anybody does that, they're gonna get completely annihilated. That's the definition of a cheeky angle.
It's biblical, honestly. And while, see, the thing is, oh, what? Ouch!
And that is Yingon, one of the ones you really need for this big window take. Especially when you don't have a glass.
What a ridiculous shot from Moringa.
So for our next tip, we're going to be holding another bomb line of sight, and this one gets a little bit more sneaky than the previous one because we're going to be lying down and using this red smoke that's coming off of the bomb as kind of our cover. Now you guys can see this isn't even a pixel peak. There's quite a lot of space in between the bomb site and the wall, but that doesn't mean you can just go a little bit off to the side and then you can create your own pixel peak. And if anybody approaches this window, you guys can see that this red smoke definitely distorts your point of view on it. And if they stand too much into the window, they're going to have so many different angles to check. They're not going to stay scoped in on that one spot. They're going to be checking the left-hand side, all the bedroom rotations, and you're going to be hiding there behind that little red smoke and get a nice shot off.
But if they play like this in every match after this, every subsequent match, they will win this tournament. They will win the Invitational.
Yeah, I truly believe that as well. And as you say, ENCE is in a slump right now. But ENCE in a slump is still a good pro team.
Alright, now I absolutely love spots like these, and this is one of those ones that's kind of an evolution of a past Valkyrie camera. Now before, you guys can see that little flat top on the right hand side that I'm about to go to right there. That's where we used to throw the Valkyrie camera out of the second floor in the big tower, and we used to get a similar line of sight, but that one is more well known now. And so what we're doing now is popping out of the doorway in big tower, looking straight up and throwing the Valkyrie camera on the wall. So it's going to be really sideways, and it's going to have such a nice line of sight, especially when defending the dorms. Anybody that's rappelling, droning on the rooftop or anything, you're going to have a very, very nice view on any attackers and get a ton of information. So anyways, like I said before, I'm going to go back. I'm going to be working a ton on the test servers, finding all kinds of operator combinations for you guys with the latest tips and tricks. I cannot wait. Got so much stuff planned for the channel. I'm going to go back, rewatch the finals yet again, make sure I'm very thorough and bring you guys one of the best tip videos we have ever done. I love you guys all. See you guys all very soon in the next video. Peace.
50 seconds here for ENCE to execute, but they're taking it nice and slow. Have spotted out 2 of the immediate defenders who will watch this push. There is no mirror window for the Twitch drone to get, though, interestingly, so that's not actually going to help at all from Una. boonsi pushing in, will not get the kill onto the player in the corner, will eventually get Moringa, 81 bullets aiding him there. Will he be conscious of this position from Gohan, though? Astro's going to get a double kill, Gohan's going to get boonsi, and now it's all down to Panari. Even though the defuse has been planted, it's not unlikely he's going to be able to win this out. He will get 1 in this 1v4. That's Astro. 2 in this 1v4. That's Gohan. 2 more to find, though. Coming up the main stairs, Cameraman bites the dust. It's all Mav now. In a one-on-one, he's going to go up the stairs. Will Panari hear this? Yes, he will. Gives away his barrel, though. He's going to lose the fight. And Mav, for the second time, clutches onto ENCE and wins.